the Puranas say that a person who chants the Lord's name loudly is 100 times more pious than the person who chants to himself. We have done other verses, na? 281 and all we have finished?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So now chanting silently is also delivered. But one who chants loudly is delivering others also. That is why he gets more benefit. It is like if you want your own progress, to go and sit in Vrindavan. But if you want others' progress, then one should learn from Srila Prabhupada that he left Vrindavan and went to preach around the world. There are Babajis who are only thinking about their progress. They sit in Vrindavan, they do their japas. They are also benefited. But one who thinks about others' benefit, they don't care for their benefit. Like Ramanujacharya, he did not care for himself. He just gave Om Namo Narayana for everyone. So a person who has a magnanimous heart, he just doesn't think about himself. He will think about everybody. So that is why it said, one who chants loudly, one who chants in himself, he doesn't want to give it to others. But one who chants loudly is benefited more. 100 times he is more pious than a person who chants for himself. Persons who loudly and congregationally chant the holy names of Hari obtain 100 times better results than those who chant the holy names softly. If a person secretly hears some ordinary words on the pretext of hearing Harinam from a foolish so-called guru, and being tempted by material enjoyment, engages in motivated worship, then he will never achieve eternal auspiciousness. Now, there are so many so-called gurus. What they do, they give Harinam in the ears. And then they encourage their disciples to chant within their mind. Like that, like these gurus are also there in the market. And like that, disciples are also there. What they do, they chant on to themselves. And if you ask, nahi, ye to guru ne diya hua mantra.
Not audible, Mataji.
Mataji got dropped, I think.
Mataji has, yeah, network issue. I think she has got disconnected. Somebody should call, I think, Mataji.
Able to hear?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Yes,
I think for some time it was not there, because Aruna is calling.
Mataji, you
So you
left.
were dropped, Mataji.
Mataji.
Okay. But if one loudly chants the holy name heard from the mouth of a liberated Mahabhagavat spiritual master, then other Vaishnavas who hear that chanting will discuss the glories of Harinam among themselves. As a result, the loud chanters are benefited more than the soft chanters. Those who cannot realize the difference between Namaprad, Namabhas, Shuddhanam often commit the first of the 10 Nam Aparadhas, criticizing a sadhu or Vaishnava who has fully taken shelter of the holy names, and they commit the grave offense of disregarding the spiritual master by considering him a mortal being and envying. So there are 3 stages: Namaprad, Namabhasa, Shuddhanam. Namaprad are the first 10 Namaprads, committing those 10 apradhas. And because of that, though they may be chanting, they're only doing Nam Abhasa. They may be chanting, but they are actually not chanting. They are only, it is an Abhasa. And Shuddha Nam is the purest stage where there is no offenses done. They commit offense by considering material objects as worshipable and seeing Lord Vishnu, the controller of all, as equal to the demigods. As a result, they become Vaishnava offenders by being faithless to the unalloyed Vaishnavas. They then become inattentive to the service of Shri Nama Prabhu and are captured by the offenses of considering the glories of chanting the holy names as imaginary and giving some interpretation on the holy name. They then consider the holy name as equal to pious activity and become attached to committing sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Being greedy for donations, such people accept the garb of a guru and, like common merchants, pretend to give instructions of the holy name to faithless people. In this way, they bring inauspiciousness to the entire world. Being overwhelmed by the thoughts of iron mind, they gradually become averse to the Vedic literatures and literatures in pursuance of the Vedic version. These 10 offenses result in the fall down of chanters. But by the influence of good association, the loud chanters of the holy names understand these offenses and therefore retire from the inconvenience of Nirjana Bhajan. Nirjana Bhajan means where nobody is there. He just wants to do it everything alone. They want to live in a secluded place. But here it is very clearly said, if we have to come out of the offensive attitude, we should not have this attitude of having nirjana offense. We have to retire from this inconvenience of nirjana bhajan. So loudly chanting the holy name, being in the association of devotees, shravanam, kirtanam, deity worship, dhambas, this all will make us progress and make us come out of the offensive attitude. So 10 offenses has been discussed in this paragraph. 285th verse. Shuna vipra manadiya ihara karana japi apanare sabe karaye poshana. O Brahmana, listen carefully to the reason behind this. One who softly chants the holy names liberates only himself. Very clearly it has been said. Whoever is chanting the holy name, what he does, he is only liberating himself. Softly is doing, is liberating himself. उच्च करी करिले गोविंद संकीर्तन जंतु मात्र श्रीनाथ पाई विमोचना. If one loudly chants the name of Govinda, however, liberates himself along with all the living entities who hear him. Jibha paino naravina sarva prani na pare varite Krishna nama hena dhvani. Although all living entities have a tongue, only the human beings are able to chant the names of Krishna. So how fortunate are the human beings? They have tongue to chant. Others also have tongue, but they cannot chant. So a human not only has a tongue, but he has the ability to chant the holy name. So it is the responsibility of every human to give holy name to those who are not able to chant the holy name. Apart from human beings, all other living entities also have tongues. Yet, even though they are able to make various sounds, no living entity other than a human being is able to chant the names of Krishna. Some people may say the birds can also imitate making sounds like the name of Krishna. And as a result, they can also attain a higher destination such as liberation. In reply to this, it may be said that imitating and following are two completely separate activities. Although the imitators may make various sounds perceivable to senses in the material sky as the name of Krishna, they are not uttering with service-inclined tongues. The pure holy name of Krishna, situated in the spiritual sky and perceivable to purified senses. The materially motivated sounds resembling the holy names that are uttered for the purpose of material enjoyment unrelated to Krishna are not Vaikuntha or spiritual names. Since such sounds are able to award insignificant results, they are simply known as Nama Apradha or offenses to the holy names. And as such, they cannot awaken one's love for Krishna, which is the fruit of chanting the holy pure name. A very clear explanation, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, there may be imitators, but they are on the level of Nam Aparadha. So that is why Aparadha means no Radha. Aparadha, no Radha. Only when we have the tendency to serve and we are serving the holy name with an intention to serve Radha and Krishna, there the mercy of Radharani flows. Holy name is nothing but the mercy of Radha and Krishna, especially the mercy of Radharani to induce a person to serve Krishna more. So holy name is chanted with the intention of serving Krishna. It's not just you take a parrot and tell the parrot to imitate. That tongue is not chanting the spiritual name. It's just imitating. It's not chanting the holy name. It's just imitating. So that is all considered in the group of Nama Prada. Some benefit will be there, but not the ultimate benefit of getting the service of Krishna, not the ultimate benefit of getting the love of Krishna. When we say love of Krishna, pure love of Krishna, that means service to Krishna. It's not everyone's fortune to get service of Krishna. That is why we have to chant in the mood of getting service to Krishna. Vyartha janma ihara visthara yaha haite baladeki kona dosha se karma karite. Tell me, what is wrong with that activity by which living entities who have taken useless births will be delivered? Although all living entities are not able to chant the holy name, they can certainly hear the holy name chanted by devotees. The lives of those who are not qualified to hear the holy name are certainly most useless. Since by hearing and chanting of the holy name, all living entities can be eligible for liberation in this lifetime, such loud chanting of Hari's name can never be subject of argument, fault, or criticism. So what is that activity by which a person is liberated then? It's only by hearing the holy name. So that is why those who are able to chant the holy name loudly, they can deliver so many living entities. On their own, they don't have the tongue to chant, so they cannot be delivered. So the other who is chanting loudly, he becomes an instrument to deliver the living entity who is not able to chant. केह आपनारे मात्र करे पोषण केहवा पोषण करे सहस्रे का जन. One person may maintain himself while another may maintain 1,000%. द्विते के बड़ भावी बुझः पापने यही अभिप्राय guna ucha sankirtane. Of the two, consider carefully who is better. This is the superior characteristics of loudly chanting. Now here Haridas Thakur is saying, who is better then? One who chants for himself and one who is chanting loudly not only for himself but for others also. A selfish person maintains himself, whereas another person may maintain 1,000 persons apart from himself. So very nicely it has been said. A selfish person, what he does, he only thinks about himself. One of the lakshana of a Bhagavata is he takes all the difficulties so that others are benefited. Srila Prabhupada took so much of difficulty. At the age of 69, 70, thinking about the benefit of others, what a compassionate heart Prabhupada has. Giving Harinam to everyone, taking all the troubles for himself, nobody to ask, nobody to care for him, but still Prabhupada cared the whole world. That is the nature of Mahabhagavata. One of the lakshana of Mahabhagavata is he is ready to take anything and everything for giving Krishna name to others. Of the two, whom should we accept as greater? One who is maintaining himself or one who is maintaining thousands of people apart from himself? If we carefully consider, we will understand that loud chanters are not selfish. Rather, they are selfless benefactors of others. Therefore, loud chanters are superior to those who only chant softly. And loud chanting is hundreds and thousands of times superior to chanting only softly. So after hearing these words of Haridas, the Brahmana began to angrily blaspheme him. Say Viprashuni Haridase Kathana Bolite Lagi Krodhe Maha Durvachana. Darashana Karta Ebe Haila Haridasa Kale Kale Veda Patha Haya Dekhi Nasha. Now even Haridas has become a philosopher. I can see that Vedic culture is being destroyed by the course of time. That atheistic fallen Brahmana angrily spoke the following insulting words. There are 6 famous basic philosophies in India. All these philosophies are more or less under the subordination of the Vedas. Now, this consideration on the liberated souls presented by Haridas will become famous as the 7th philosophy. In the Kali Yuga, therefore, by the influence of time, the Vedic path is now about to be destroyed by the pure Vaishnavas, followers of the Vedas like Haridas. So far, Kapila, Patanjali, Kannada, Akshavada, Jaimini, Vyasa were the propounders of the 6 philosophies. Nyaya, Vaisheshika, you have Sankhya, Yoga, Purva Vimamsha, Uttar Vimamsha. So all these philosophies, they all will be destroyed because of Haridas. Because liberation, whatever is given in all these 6 atheistic philosophy, though they may be given by big sages, but actually they are coming in the group of atheistic philosophy only. The source, who is the source of the creation, there the whole answer varies. According to Nyaya, it is atom. According to Vaisheshika, it is a molecule, which is a source of creation. Nowhere they are saying that Krishna is the source of creation. That is why it's a theistic philosophy. According to the Sankhya, which is given by Kapila, with Sankhya, this Sankhya is not the Kapila of Kapil Muni, incarnation of Krishna, not that Sankhya. Now this Sankhya, which is given by Kapila, atheistic Kapila, that says nature is the cause. Then Yoga, Patanjali says the artificial super soul is the cause of the whole creation. In this way, then comes Uttar Vimamsha. Karma is everything. Then Purva Vimamsha. In this way, different scholars have told different causes to be the source of creation. Now Haridas has come from somewhere and become the propounder of the 7th philosophy. I don't know how many more philosophies will crop up time to time. So Jaimini, Kannad, they are all given philosophies. Who is going to see their philosophy? If Haridas' philosophy becomes prominent, then who is going to care for the philosophy, 6 systems of philosophy which has been already given? That was the concern which this atheistic Brahmana had. Yuga Sheshe Shudra Veda Karibe Vyakhane Vakhane Ekhanae Tahadeki Sheshe Arakene. It is stated that Shudras will explain the Vedas at the end of Kali Yuga. But why not at the end of the age? We can see it happening now. Now he's saying Shudras are going to explain the Vedas, and we are seeing now it's happening. So a long purpose has been given, which we'll be doing tomorrow. So anyhow, the Brahmana, who was just a Dvija, a born Brahmana, but he's not a Vaishnava, because he has no faith in the scriptures. He has no faith that Krishna's holy name and Krishna are non-different. Nama Chintamani, Krishna's Chaitanya, Rasavikraha Purna Shuddho, Nityamukta, Abhinatvam Nama Namino. There is no difference between Krishna and the holy name. And for this Kali Yuga, the only remedy which has been given is the holy name. There is no other upaya. Harer Nam, Harer Nam, Harer Nam eva kevalam. Kalau naste vanaste vanaste vagatir annatha. So there is no other remedy to solve the biggest problem of Kali Yuga. Among all the yugas, only Kali Yuga has a lot of difficulties. All the doshas are there. But still, Kalir dosho nidhe rajan, asti eko mahan guna. Kirtanadeva Krishnasya mukta sangha param bhajeta. Just by doing kirtan of Krishna's name, Everybody is benefited. Whoever is hearing is also benefited. Whoever is chanting is also benefited. Whoever is chanting along with him is also benefited. Who is not able to chant also is benefited, because just by hearing, everybody is benefited. Krishna's name is so powerful. Okay. Hare Krishna. Any doubts? No doubt. So chant nicely on today's occasion. Importantly, Madhavatithi, chant nicely. And requesting all the devotees who are going to the schools. Now the schools are open from today, I think. Go to the schools, see that the contest, NCC contest forms and all are taken back. Hare Krishna.
Very good.